Hello, welcome to Kush News, the newscast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, daily bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Tuesday, October 31st, 2023. We go to Kenya, where King Charles III of England has arrived. England's King Charles III and his wife, Queen Camilla, have arrived in Nairobi and have arrived and been received at State House, where they were welcomed by President William Ruto. They received a formal ceremonial welcome, complete with a 21-gun salute by the military, ahead of bilateral talks with the Kenyan president. Here at Kush News, we have footage.
I did inform His Majesty earlier that in Kenya, there is a concept called kingpin, and there is a contest for kingpins around Kenya. Different regions have different kingpins. And there is a vicious contest for this kingpin position, which literally amounts to not so much. But this week, all contests about kingpins have been suspended because the king himself is in town.
The King and Queen of England have an elaborate itinerary in Nairobi and Mombasa in the historic visit aimed at solidifying Kenya-United Kingdom relations. More than 10,000 people were killed and others tortured during the suppression of the Mau Mau uprising in the 1950s and one of British Empire's bloodiest insurgencies. The resistance group remained outlawed and was designated a terrorist organization by the colonial government and subsequent administrations in independent Kenya, which did not overturn the ban. It was until only in 2003 that the law was changed and members of the Mau Mau were formally recognized as freedom fighters. This visit comes as preparations to celebrate 60 years of independence for Kenya and will spotlight the strong dynamic partnership between UK and Kenya. Kenyan right groups are asking that the King and Queen of England pay with reparations for the damage back during colonial times. The King and Queen of England will also spend time with conservationists and environmental activists, as well as school children. Those in Kenya, let us know on if you will try to get your chance to speak or maybe get a photo op with the royalties of the United Kingdom. Let's go to the Caribbean and end it there. We go to St. Kitts and Nevis, where the government has launched a task force. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis has launched a youth unemployment task force aimed at delving into the intricacies of the unemployment issues, and a crucial function of the task force will be to set up and conduct an employment rapid survey designed to uncovering the root causes of youth unemployment. The director of youth empowerment has said that the hope is that the results of the survey will help the Ministry of Youth Empowerment in collaboration with other government agencies. The Minister of State also said that the responsibility of the youth empowerment will be for the government to engage the private sector through the Chamber of Industry and Commerce in the initiative. Speaking with the importance of the survey, the representative said that we recognize that we might not have all the data to forge the right path. However, the rapid assessment and our collective approach with various stakeholders will undoubtedly lead into the right direction. Those in St. Kitts and Nevis, let us know on if you are one of these unemployed youth and what you feel that is to come with this survey, or if you feel that the government is out of touch. Let's stay in the Caribbean and go to Guyana, where a 2-day forum has began. The 2-day African Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum began yesterday with a senior official of the African Export-Import Bank, known as Afreximbank, urging regional countries, despite the program over the past year, to continue to ensure the further development between the two regions. Addressing the opening of the two-day event, the chairman of the board of directors, Professor Benedict Orama, said that it was important that the delegates leave Guyana with a concrete mindset as well as projects for the socio-economic development of Africa and the Caribbean. He said that it was necessary to do since it will be determined based on action and not chance or handouts from elsewhere. The Guyanese government is hosting the forum in collaboration with the bank, and the first edition was held last year in Barbados. And last year, the chairman had urged delegates to help preserve the atrocities committed for more than 400 years ago during the slave trade, so that at the end of the forum, the two regions could have formed an unbreakable and everlasting bond. During the two-day event, agreements will be signed, including a framework agreement between a Nigerian bank and a subsidiary of the Caribbean Bank to jointly invest in the financial services sector here in Guyana and across the Caribbean. Those in the Caribbean, let us know, especially if you're in Guyana, if you are attending the two-day event, and what anticipations that you may have. When we come back, we'll have today's African proverb of the day. Don't go anywhere.
My name is Ochanda, but I go by MC Cadero. Who's ready to hear some hip hop?
For baby showers, birthdays, weddings, visit www.mccadero.com, the official website of the #1 MC in the game. Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day, and it comes to us from Nigeria. Omo Naija, green, white, green, right? And it reads, being happy is better than being king. Once again, being happy is better than being king, Nigerian proverb. I can see both sides of this proverb because I can see on how, being a king might be stressful. But also, I don't see too many kings that are frowning. They say that, riches, because that's a lot of times intertwined with holding an empire or a kingdom. And they say that money doesn't buy happiness. But one thing I've never seen is anybody upset on a jet ski. Let me know your interpretation of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, and concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make it your best friend. For Kush News on Kush Convos TV, I'm Ochanda. We'll see you soon.